Okay. Hello and welcome to Saturday's meditation class. And today is a very auspicious day to do meditation all together. Today is Labab Duchen. So it's said that all things, virtuous or non-virtuous, are multiplied 10 million times today. So it's especially wonderful that we are here doing meditation together and concentrating and relaxing our minds for the benefit of all sentient beings. Before we begin, we're going to do some opening prayers together. We're going to start with the 7-line prayer, and we're going to do that 3 times to start. Organ yogi nucham sam pemmange sadumpola yasan chogi no drune pemmajung he shesudra koryukan drom mampokor keki jesudang drupki jinjilop shir sheksu sol Guru Bema Siddhi Hung Organ Yogi Nucham Sam Pemmange Sadum Pola Yasan Chogi Nodrumne Pemmajung Ne Shesudra Koryukan Drom Mampokor Keki Jesudak Drupki Jinjilop Shir Sheksu Sol Guru Bema Siddhi Hung Organ Yogi Nucham Sam Pemmange Sadum Pola Yasan Chogi Nodrumne Pemmajung Ne Shesudra Koryukan Drom Mampokor Keki Jesudak Drupki Jinjilop Shir Sheksu Sol Guru Bema Siddhi Hung. All right. So let's take a moment to remember our motivation for being here today and to generate compassion. Whenever we begin an activity, we should begin by generating compassion for all beings and establishing a pure motivation. And this is especially true, like today, when we sit down to meditate or pray or we listen to a Dharma talk or we pick up a Dharma book. Our motivation determines the direction of our actions. So we must begin by establishing a proper motivation. So let's take a moment together, whether you're here in the room or online with us. Let's just take a moment to quiet our minds and generate compassion and make a wish that whatever we learn today and what we do together here, meditating together, will bring immeasurable benefit to ourselves and to all beings. So let's take a moment and establish that and be silent together. All right. So the meditation we'll be doing today is called Shamatha meditation, and it's taught, we're doing it as taught by Jetsama, our teacher here at KPC, Kunzangpe Olcholing. It's taught by Jetsama in her book, Stabilizing the Mind. Meditation is the natural state of mind when it's relaxed, when it's calm, stable, open. Meditating in this way trains our mind to be calm and relaxed, yet also alert and wakeful. The point of meditation is to create space in our mind. Creating space in our mind helps us to balance our emotions, allowing time between our actions and reactions. And the first step in developing bodhicitta, it is the first step in developing bodhicitta, and that is the wish, the compassionate wish to free all sentient beings from suffering. So first we're going to talk about our posture. So we're going to, whether you're sitting in a chair or on the ground here with a cushion, we're going to take a comfortable seat. So either we're sitting upright in a chair or cross-legged like this right now. And we're going to place our hands in our lap, gently relaxed. And we want to check in with our posture. Make sure your spine is straight and our shoulders are open. And our elbows are actually going to be out a bit, so your rib cage is open as well. And your eyes are going to remain open, but you're going to be gently looking down. And you can imagine a line from the bridge of your nose extending down to the floor. So find that point along that line that's comfortable for your gaze. And then the last thing we'll do is put the tip of our tongue resting right behind your front teeth. So the tip of your tongue right behind your front teeth. So we're going to allow ourselves to relax completely and breathe normally. Then you're going to put a very light attention on your breathing. And don't try to control it at all. Just breathe naturally and with the most gossamer thin attention on your breath. It's almost like taking your pulse. So you don't put any pressure on it, you just observe it. Your attention is like a feather gently riding on the surface of your breath. And of course, our minds are wild, like a wild monkey. We have thoughts here and there, and we try to, think about things we did yesterday and things we're going to do tomorrow, and all those thoughts will come up. But when those thoughts come up, just let them go like bubbles popping on the surface of a pond. They'll rise up, let them pop, and we don't even need to look at what they are. Your meditation is not lost by hearing your thoughts, but by following them down the road. So when you find yourself following a thought, just drop it. Just let it pop and return to your breath. If you find that it's very difficult to dismiss your thoughts, you can imagine tongs picking up your thought and dropping it. Or you can visualize scissors cutting away at your thoughts and throwing them away. But you always return to your single-pointed concentration. Return again and again to the gossamer thin attention on your breath. So we're going to start with a shorter meditation first. We're going to do 5 minutes, and then we're going to do take just a minute to breathe, a little break, and reestablish our motivation, and do a second round that will be longer, about 30 minutes. So we're going to start with this 5 minutes, and I'll set this timer with a little gong to start us off and to finish, so we'll know when to stop. Okay, here we go. take a moment, take a little break. We'll set up to do a longer meditation. Oops. Oh, it's just starting and stopping. There we go. Just ignore my silly timer. So again, if we're doing this together or on your own, if we're doing multiple sessions, you can start small. You can start with a minute or 2 minutes or 5 minutes. Today, again, we're going to do 5 minutes and then 30 minutes. So in reestablishing our meditation again after taking a little break or stretching, again, we return to our meditation seat, and whether in a chair or sitting on the ground. And again, we think of, is my back straight? Are my shoulders back? My shoulders relaxed? Hands again in our lap, and our eyes relaxed and gently gazing downwards. So we're just really allowing ourselves to relax completely and breathe naturally. So again, we're putting very light attention on our breathing, and we're not trying to control it at all. Just breathe normally as you would. And put the most gossamer thin attention on your breath. Again, it's like taking your pulse. You don't have to put any pressure on it at all. You don't have to try to change it in any way. You just observe it. And again, your attention is like a feather gently riding on the surface of your breath. So we're going to do 30 minutes together. And again, if those thoughts come up, we can just let them rise up on the surface of the pond and pop. You don't need to look at them or go down the road with them. Just let them go. And if you need any extra help with that, remember you can imagine tongs picking them up, throwing them away, or scissors cutting them. Just, no, don't need that. And then return to the breath. All right. So, after doing anything of benefit, of virtue that's meritorious, we want to dedicate. And we want to dedicate this virtue and this practice, especially on like today, on Navab Duchen, where everything is multiplied 10 million times. It's especially important for us to seal in the virtue of our practice. So we'll, on the back of your sheet, of the dedication prayers, and we'll do all three today on this auspicious day. Throughout my many lives and until this moment, whatever virtue I have accomplished, including the merit generated and all that I will ever attain, this I offer for the welfare of sentient beings. May sickness, war, famine, and suffering be decreased for every being, while their wisdom and compassion increase in this and every future life. May I clearly perceive all experiences to be insubstantial as the dream fabric of the night, and instantly awaken to perceive the pure display and the rising of every phenomenon. May I quickly attain enlightenment in order to work ceaselessly for the liberation of all beings. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas altogether, whatever kind of motivation you have, whatever kind of beneficial action, whatever kind of, let's try that again. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas altogether, whatever kind of motivation you have, whatever kind of beneficial action, whatever kind of wishing prayers, whatever kind of omniscience, whatever kind of life accomplishment, whatever kind of benevolent power, and whatever kind of immense wisdom you have. Similarly, I, who have come in the same way to benefit beings, pray to attain these qualities. And then we'll end with Jetsama's dedication. By this effort, may all sentient beings be free of suffering. May their minds be filled with the nectar of virtue. In this way, may all causes resulting in suffering be extinguished, and only the light of compassion shine throughout all realms. Thank you all for being here, and thank you to everyone online, and we hope to see you tomorrow as well, same time, same place. So, thank you.